Good morning, Dan.
Morning, Marianne. Happy December.
Hey, I know, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it has November flew by. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
I don't know. Well, I guess it's closer to warmer weather. That's how I'm gonna look at
Well, it gets us closer to the colder weather and then warm.
it.
Yesterday
No,
was miserable. Yesterday
oh,
was
it was, wasn't it? Oh, like to the bone.
so it looks like nothing going on yet.
No, I think, let me see. Yeah, I don't think so. Sorry, I just made you co-host and yeah, there might be the first one, Bryant Frost. He's talking to Carol, but yeah, nothing right now.
Okay, I'll
Thanks.
be around. I'll go in the waiting room and hang out there.
Okay, thanks. See ya.
Thanks, Marianne.
Sir, did you speak with the clerk already?
Hey, CG, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, so I just texted you my email address. When you get the estimates and the amounts for restitution, you can email them to me, okay?
Okay, perfect.
Just sit tight for now, okay? Thanks.
Okay.
Good morning, Sam. How are you?
Good morning. We have a plea on Mr. Romeyer.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning,
This
Judge.
is this is Wednesday, December 1st, 2022. I am Judge Martin. This is courtroom number 1. Our docket today is civil infractions and misdemeanors from Romulus. If you do not have a criminal or civil infraction matter, you may be in the wrong court. Please let the staff know that you need assistance in getting where you should be. Mary Ann, what is ready, please?
Mr. Jadala is ready with Mr. Romeyer.
This is 22 RP 043420T. This is City of Romulus versus Romeyer. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the City of Romulus.
Your Honor, respectfully, Samuel Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Romeyer. Mr. Romeyer, would you say your name for the record?
Mr. Romeyer, good morning, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Good
today's the
morning,
date
sir.
and time.
Thank you.
Today's the date and time set for an arraignment. We'd waive formal reading and stand mute. At this time, Mr. Romeyer will be pleading to 1 count of no operator's license on person.
Mr. Romeyer, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Can we put your hand down? You had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala this morning regarding the charges against you and the possible penalties.
Yes, ma'am.
And after doing so, you wish to enter a plea of guilty to 1 count of no operator's license on person.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea in this matter, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, I am.
Sir, is it true that on October 27, 2022, in the city of Romulus County, Wayne State of Michigan, you're operating a vehicle with no operator's license on your person?
Yes, I was, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Greco?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the added count of no operator's license on person and will dismiss the original driving while license suspended, revoked, or denied. Any comments as to the fines and costs in this matter, Mr. Jadala?
No, Your Honor, we just respectfully request if you could assess the minimum fines and costs for Mr. Romeyer.
Absolutely. Mr. Romeyer, the court will assess a $100 fine, $100 in costs. There's $75 crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state costs, and $20 fund fee. That's $345. Sir, do you need more than 5 days to pay this amount?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me see.
I can
if
pay
we
it
have
off in 2
someone-
weeks.
2 weeks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Romeyer, I'll write that in the file. 14 days to pay.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, if we get to that 14 days and it looks like you're not gonna make it, please come to the court, speak to the collections department, or call the court's collection department, or go online to our website. There's a drop-down box for you to submit a request for a payment plan. Mr. Romeyer, you have an outstanding balance of $480 due on a parking ticket that was due last July of 2021. So when you make arrangements on today's 345, please make arrangements on that 480, okay?
Yes, ma'am, I will. I'll take care of it all.
Anything, thank you, sir. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Romeyer. Good luck to you. Have a good day.
Thank you. You as well, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is 22 RP 04383 OT. This is City of Romulus versus Joseph David Doyle. Your appearances, please.
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Batar on behalf of Mr. Doyle. Mr. Doyle is present on Zoom. Mr. Doyle, can you state your name for the record, please?
Joseph Doyle.
Thank you. Mr. Batar, today is the day and time for the arraignment and pretrial. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we will waive a formal reading as stand mute, and Mr. Doyle is going to plead in the matter. He will plead to no operator's license on person.
Mr. Doyle, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear a firm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you, sir. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to discuss this case, your case this morning with Mr. Batar, including the charges against you and the penalties you face.
Yes, Your Honor.
And after doing so, sir, you wish to enter a plea of guilty to the added count of no operator's license on person.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Doyle, is it true that on October 29, 2022, in the city of Romulus, you operated a vehicle with no operator's license on your person?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Greco?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Batar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Doyle, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the added count of no operator's license on person, will dismiss the driving while license suspended. Any comments on the fines and costs, Mr. Batar?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Doyle, the court will impose a fine of $100, cost of $100. There's $75 crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state costs, and $20 fund fee. That's $345, sir. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
No, ma'am.
5 days to pay, Mr. Doyle. You can pay online, you can pay in person, or you can mail it into the court, okay?
What website do I go on? Like, how would
MI 34th District Court.
All right.
.com, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Batar?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Doyle, good luck to you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, you as well.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we're ready on Mr. Bonneville whenever the court's ready.
I'm ready. I was just about to call 22 RP 04405 A, B, and C. These are City of Romulus versus Raheem Bonville. Your appearances.
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city.
Correct, for your honor, Sam Richard Allah, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Bonneville. Sir, would you please say your name for the record?
Raheem Bonneville.
Thank you.
Your Honor, for purposes of today's arraignment, we'd waive formal reading and stand mute. And Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Bonneville would like to avail himself to the plea whereby the failure to stop after an accident is being reduced to failure to report. The no insurance is being reduced to no proof of insurance. And the failure to stop within assured clear distance is being reduced to double parking. Mr. Bonneville understands the rights he is waiving by accepting this plea and he wishes to move forward, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Bonneville, will you turn your video on for me, please, sir? Thank you. Take your cap off for me. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to discuss your cases this morning with Mr. Jadala, including the charges against you and the penalties you face.
Yes,
And after doing so, you wish to accept the offer from the prosecutor and plead guilty to the failure to report, no proof of insurance, responsible to no proof of insurance, and responsible to double parking.
yes,
You understand that the court accepts your pleas this morning. You will not have a trial of any kind.
yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you're entering these pleas freely and voluntarily.
Yes,
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty and responsible.
no,
Sir, is it true that on October 31st, 2022, in the city of Romulus, you failed to report an accident?
yes,
Sir, is it also true that on that same day, October 31st, 2022, you had no proof of insurance on your person when asked to present one by the police department?
yes,
Sir, is it also true that on October 31st, 2022, you were double parked contrary to law?
yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Greco?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, the court will accept your pleas in the matters as indicated previously. On the C file, double parking, the court will assess a $200 fine. On the no proof of insurance, the court will assess $145. And on the failure to report an accident, court will impose a $100 fine, $100 in cost. There's $75 crime victims. There's $50 mandatory state cost, and there's $20 fund fee. Sir, that's a total of $690 on these three files. You owe the court $925 on some previous cases. Looking to see if we have somebody from the collections department on. Sir, you need to set up payment plans in these matters, the ones from today and the ones from earlier this year. Mary Ann, if Carol's available, maybe we can put him in with her. Sir, what we're going to do is move you into back into the breakout room with the clerk to talk about a payment plan in these matters. Anything else, Mr. Batar?
Oh, he wasn't.
Or
on.
Mr.
I'm
Jadala,
sorry,
nothing
Mr.
further.
Jadala.
Nothing further, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Bonneville, please go in and speak to the clerk to set up a payment plan. Good luck to you, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Dave, can you meet me in your meeting room, please?
There should be an invitation for you to join the breakout room. If you could do that, please. Judge, was the, failed to stop within a clear distance causing an accident, was that the one that was failed to report?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
The C file will be double parking.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good morning. No, you're fine. Come on. Good morning, Tim. In custody, why? Oh, yep, I remember now. Because Mr. Hadley is next door, right? Josh Hadley is next door, right?
Marianne, I feel like we have the victim for the Bryant Frost case on right now, and I feel like Bryant Frost, through I think a name Marianne, has logged in and out several times this morning. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, that is true.
Are they just losing a connection or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
These are 22 RP 04355 A, B, and C. These are City of Romulus versus Matthew Seisel. Have your appearances, please.
Hello,
Daniel,
how are you this morning?
Daniel
I'm
Batar-
wonderful,
Sorry,
sir. How are
sorry.
you?
Faisal, Your Honor.
Sorry, Judge. Dave Greco here on behalf of the city. My buttons are all screwed up here.
Judge, with respect to his arraignment, we'll waive a formal reading, stand mute, and Mr. Seisel is going to plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive and double parking.
And for the third file?
Dismissal.
Correct. Your
Thank
Honor.
you. Sir, would you state your name for me, please?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. It's Matthew Seisel.
Thank you, sir. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the
I
truth, the
do.
whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Sir, you had the opportunity to discuss your cases this morning with Mr. Batar, including the consequences you face and the nature of the charges.
Correct. Yes, I did.
And after doing so, you wish to accept the offer from the prosecutor and plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive and responsible to double parking.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
I do understand that.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And so you're entering these pleas freely and voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty and responsible?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, is it true that on October 28, 2022, in the city of Romulus, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive?
I did.
Sir, is it also true that on that day, October 28, 2022, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Greco?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Batar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty to allowing an unlicensed person to drive and responsible to the double parking. The no proof of insurance will be dismissed. Any comments as to fines and costs, Mr. Batar?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Seisel, the court will impose a fine on the double parking of $200 for allowing the unlicensed person to drive. It'll be a fine of $300, cost of $100. There's $75 crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state costs, and $20 fund fee. That's $745, sir. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
Yes, I do, unfortunately.
Not unfortunately, sir. That's understandable. I don't know if we have somebody available. Let's see if she's checking in people or if we can move you in.
Thank you.
We can move you back in with the clerk, sir, to talk about a payment plan. If she's not available for some reason, you can call the court's collection department, or you can go online to our website and submit a request for a payment plan, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Batar?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Good luck to you, sir. We'll get you
Thank
moved in
you.
with the clerk.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey.
I just wanted, are these?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Give me one moment, please. This is 2103370D. This is City of Romulus versus Daniel Can. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Richardala, P62186, MIDC arraignment counsel appearing on behalf of Mr. Ken. Mr. Ken, could you say your name, please?
Daniel Can.
Your Honor, for
Thank
purposes
you.
of.
There's,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jadala. There's a bench warrant in this matter. The court is recalling that warrant. You were starting to say, Mr. Jadala.
Purposes of arraignment, Your Honor, we're going to waive formal reading and stand mute. We're just going to respectfully request a pre-trial in this matter, just so Mr. Greco could provide me with the report so I could review with Mr. Ken.
Thank you, Mr. Jadala. I was just looking in the file. There is an old request for bond of $500. Any comment as to bond in this matter, Mr. Jadala?
Your Honor, when this incident occurred, I don't think Mr. Ken was ticketed. I believe he was taken to the hospital and then released, never given another court date. He understands that he has an obligation to call the court and find out what occurred. But as soon as he was notified that he did have a warrant, he took the appropriate measures, Your Honor. He's here today and he'll continue to return, Your Honor. He's very desirous of resolving this matter and taking care of this matter.
Thank you. Mr. Can, the court will set your bond, excuse me, at $5,000 personally. You don't need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear as directed by the court until this case is resolved in its entirety, okay?
Okay.
I've made a note in the file that Mr. Jadala has requested discovery from the prosecutor. We will adjourn your pretrial to
December 15th at 8:50.
December 15, 2022 at 8:50 a.m. back here with me in courtroom number 1. on Zoom. Anything else, Mr. Greco?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you, Mr. Can. I'll see you in 2 weeks, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Your Honor, we still have the victim, Bryant, for the Bryant Frost matter that was scheduled for 8:30. I am aware that I think a woman has logged in twice and I don't see the person here. I'm wondering if we shouldn't just adjourn the matter to let the victim go. She's been here for a half hour at this point.
Thank you. This is 2207310M. This is City of Romulus versus Bryant Frost. Mr. Greco, what I will do is make a notation in the file that the victim in this matter, Stevens, has appeared and has now been released by this court. If the defendant appears, I'll recall the matter. If the defendant appears, I'll recall the matter and we'll proceed. But I'm reluctant to just adjourn the case.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, did I hear you say that the person has tried to log on twice?
yeah, the person is logged on twice under a name of Mary Ann, not spelled M-A-R-Y space, and not the Mary Ann who's on right now. But has logged in twice and then logged off. I don't know if they lost connection or what, but I did have a chance to speak with Ms. Stevens. I've also provided her with my email information to email me restitution issues.
Okay. Then I will release the victim at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You have a good day, okay?
Thank you.
So when this person logged on that you think was Frost, did anyone actually speak to them?
Oh, yeah, they were checked in. It was a Marianne something, and then the name was changed to Frost. I think Carol and our Marianne, I think, spoke with them. And then they were off and then they came back on. They were definitely here. And may have been fully checked in with Carol.
Okay.
Enough to get the ID changed to Brian Frost on the screen. Or Bryant.
I'll hold the file just until we get to the end of the docket. We have a relatively short morning.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll try again, or they're not too far away. Maybe they'll come over.
Right, and Judge, I did let Marianne know, and I emailed the dismissal request for Mansour and Yunnan at 9:10.
Thank you. I saw them yesterday and I wasn't sure if that information had been relayed to the defendants.
They did. I spoke with their lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah, so
These
they,
are 22 RP 04472 OM City of Romulus versus Manhal Mansour, and 22 RP 04473 City of Romulus versus Nabhan Yunnan. The court is in receipt of the dismissals from the prosecutor. Will enter the same and put the files to be dispositioned. Mr. Greco, you've indicated that you relayed that information to the attorney, so we don't expect to see anyone on these matters this morning, correct?
that's correct. I not only spoke with the defense attorney, but copied him on the email that I sent into the judge's clerk.
Thank you.
And then the other matter we resolved, Judge, is the formal hearing scheduled for 11 o'clock.
Yep. I don't even have that file anymore. I approved
Perfect.
the the double parking and put it on Mary Ann's desk to be dispositioned. And,
Perfect. Yeah.
yep, thank you. That made my day.
And I'm waiting for, just so you know, I'm waiting for a call or a text back from Muhammad Al Layham, who's a formal hearing at 10:30 that I already talked to Mary Ann about moving to 12 noon on the 15th. The parties apparently met yesterday afternoon, are still trying to work out some issues regarding this commercial building. And I think and there's another meeting set for December 8th, which may or may not
Okay.
result. I'm not sure. But I'm waiting to, I texted him, they gave me his number, but I haven't heard back yet. So I'm gonna be requesting an adjournment if he signs in, which I don't think he'll have an issue with. He may, I don't know.
No.
I'll try giving me another call. And I will be right back.
Thank you, sir.
Judge, here's the person that's coming in that was named for the Bryant Frost.
Bryant, okay.
Oh, they're gone.
Oh, we have a 1020 case. We have it as a Zoom pretrial. It's on the docket though, as a trial, and he's here. Loringer. Mr. Greco? No, they are Romulus cases, and Dave Greco is on Zoom with me. Okay. They have, what is only 2 cases. They have one of them on here twice. And I don't know why that is. It's weird. Yeah. Right. Okay. They are. And I told Josh, and when he gets done with Judge Oakley, he'll be over here. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Judge Martin, I'm here.
Thank you. Mr. Greco, what I was trying to get your attention, there's a 1020 case that's showing as a trial on our docket. They should actually just be pre-trials, and they transported him here. So he's here next in the room next door. I've talked to Josh Hadley. When he's done with Judge Oakley, he'll come over and take care of it. Thank you.
Right.
Mr. Bowditch, what are you here for, sir?
Court officer told me to chime in. Maybe I'm the one that's, but if you've made arrangements with Counselor Hatley, that's fine. But the officer told me that you might need assistance, so I chimed in. Okay,
I don't think so, but thank you. It's good to
well,
know
then
that
I'm
you're
going
here.
to chime out, Your Honor.
Wait,
Always a pleasure.
wait, Mr. Bowditch, hold on a second. Judge, I got a call from Mary Ellen from oh, help me.
MIDC?
ITC, thank you, yeah. And
You're
she
welcome.
said that Josh should not be on this case. He was just there for the arraignment. And whoever is handling MIDC today will be the one that will be representing him.
So we'll let Josh know not to come in here for that. And we have Mr. Jadala and Mr. Batar here, and Mr. Loringer is here in custody. So I don't know how Mr. Jadala or Mr. Batar wanted to effectuate speaking to him.
Your Honor, I'm live, so I'm going to chime out.
Thank you, Mr. Bowditch.
Right, Judge. I did see that on my plea sheet. I saw trial for Loranger, and I was like, uh-oh. And then I did see I checked the register of actions. I saw it was changed to a pretrial because obviously I knew nothing about it. Right. So, all right.
It's fine. We'll work it out.
Mhm.
Well, now that I think about it, we might need Mr. Bowditch because Mr. Batar and Mr. Jadala have no way to speak to Mr. Loringer
Right.
because there's no tablet or computer over there in the lockup side of it.
I'll go find him. I'll go find Joe.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning. I just, when I'm in, I can't do it from my office. It just feels weird. How are you today?
Great. Nice little drive, but it's snowing.
Oh, my gosh.
Good seeing you.
Good to see you. Take care.
Judge, I'm gonna step away again for a moment. It looks like we have a little bit of a gap here.
We
and-
do, and I was
no.
just gonna do the show causes,
Okay,
bench warrants.
all right, very good.
Two RP 04344 A and B, City of Romulus versus Delisa Marks. These matters were scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 8:30. It's now 9:19 by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. The A file misdemeanor will be set for show cause. The B file civil infraction will be defaulted. This is 22 RP 04386 City of Romulus versus DeAndre Sanders. The matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 8:30. It's now 9:20 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, matter will be set for show cause.
Judge, I found Jeff and he's gonna go speak with the, defendant.
Thank you. Mr. Greco stepped away for a moment. The case isn't scheduled till 9:20, but if it gets, I'm sorry, 10:20, but if it gets ready, good morning, sir, we'll call it. How are you today?
Good.
I'm good. I saw you moonlighting somewhere else. I saw you moonlighting next door. I saw you on video.
Oh,
I was like, how dare he?
you know what I was doing? I was just making fun of Heather. Because she was leaning down petting her dog.
What dog? Oh, he's here today? She's here?
Yeah. And her dog his head came up, hit her mouth, slammed her teeth together, went right through her lip. It was bad, it's swollen there. So we didn't tease her that her husband, I took care of business.
I am not going to entertain you. This is 220735 OD. This is City of Romulus versus Bernard Shivers. This matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 8:40. It's now 9:22 by the court's clock. The defendant having failed to appear, these matters will be set for show cause. So it's not you.
So is that one I did an arraignment on?
Yes,
The name sounds so familiar. I'm like, and I looked at my, see it anywhere.
Mary Ann's already been in contact with MIDC. It's not you. No, you're fine. It's not you. It should be whoever's here today. But Dan and Sam are on Zoom, so they can't talk to the guy who they brought over. So Jeff is going to, so you can keep on what you're doing.
Okay. I was like, I never mind. Judge, I think after our first like week or two of doing this back in person, we're kind of starting to hit a little bit of stride.
Okay.
The first week was freaked out for me. If we weren't over there and at the ready, which I get, but now he understands. I mean,
It is what it
it
is.
is what it is. And we move cases from, one court to the other sometimes. So we'll just have to kind of play in the same sandbox and make it happen, right?
It always works out.
Well, thank you. If you need anything, I'll just be running back and forth like a crazy person.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. We are. If Jeff can get in and talk to him, we'll get Dave back and we'll take care of it. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is 191117 OT and 20 RP 05733 BOT. These are both City of Romulus versus Daquan Harris. These matters were scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 8:50 a.m. It is now 9:24 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. Matters will be set for show cause. This is 22 RP 044390M, City of Romulus versus Kelsey Howell. This matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 8:50. It's now 9:25 by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear in this matter. Matter will be set for show cause.
Mary Ann,
Yes, Jeff.
could I talk to Mr. Greco for a second?
You betcha. Are you gonna take him, Dave?
Yeah, I'll put him in my meeting room.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm not on a device. I'm not on a laptop.
You're all good. Hang on.
Mary Ann,
Yes, sir.
we are ready on Mr. Loringer, who is in custody.
Okay, thank you. Wonder how we're gonna get him on the screen. Bring him into the courtroom. Okay, I'll let the guys know.
You want, I'll come in the courtroom also.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Lauren, it is as we wish. Everything you and I talked about, we agree upon this process. Good. Yep. It'll sound like this. The judge will say, Mr. Warren, you in possession of, yes, sir. Dismiss the driving license suspended. In custody 60 days, and you're gonna be in jail another. Oh, okay. Good, so good. Yeah, and then you get a license. Get out.
Yeah.
We got a good judge. Yeah. Makes you kind of feel audacious when you're in. The old building.
When did they build this new one?
He says. That's how long they've been here, year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah, about a year and a half, yeah.
A year and a half.
They knocked the old one down?
No, they rent out the old building now,
Oh.
I think to some youth project. or something.
And I think it's something to do with, getting funds for like heat and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's some community,
Yeah.
communities took over.
It's with the county.
Oh, social. Yeah,
We still off the Wayne Road right there?
Mhm.
Oh.
it's right next door, you know.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that right now, right now.
All right. Please. Remind me to tell you about that.
About which part?
All right.
What did you do now?
It's a good one. Not me, Oh, not you.
I'm sorry, I thought that,
Your Honor, we just approached the podium.
that does not help. Officer Brooks told me 3 minutes ago to get in here. These are 1943170M and 1943180T. These are both City of Romulus versus Derek, is it Loringer? Loringer, thank you. Here we are with the prosecutor. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the City of Romulus.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Loringer.
Good morning, Your Honor, Derek Lawrence.
Good morning. Good to see you again, sir. These matters should be scheduled for pretrial. The 4318 is showing as being scheduled for trial. That is not correct. That being cleared up. Mr. Bowditch, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, has the young man been arraigned on these charges?
He was arraigned on the 18th with Mr. Hadley and bond was set at personal bond.
Then, Your Honor, we're here today for a pretrial. We do have an executed plea agreement subject to court approval. In that agreement, Mr. Loringer would be pleading guilty to one count of possession of narcotic paraphernalia with the other count of driving while license suspended being dismissed.
Thank you. Sir, would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear a firm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You had the opportunity to discuss your cases with Mr. Bowditch this morning, including the charges against you and the penalties you face.
Yes, Your Honor.
And after doing so, you wish to accept the offer from the prosecutor and plead guilty to possession of narcotic paraphernalia with the dismissal of the driving while license suspended.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, is it true that on October 9th, 2019, in the city of Romulus, County, Wayne, state of Michigan, you are in possession of narcotic paraphernalia.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you know that, you knew that at the time that possession of that was contrary to law.
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Greco?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the one count of possession of narcotic paraphernalia. The driving while license suspended has been dismissed. Mr. Bowditch, would you like to proceed to immediate sentencing in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. Loringer has been incarcerated to date 60 days. He anticipates another 4 months before being released into a treatment program. We're hoping that the court might consider time served.
Any objection, Mr. Greco?
No objection.
Mr. Loringer, the court will give you credit for 30 days in jail time served, waive any additional fines and costs in this matter. Anything else, Mr. Greco?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Except the court case, Your Honor, was 4317, the last provision.
Yes,
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all.
thank you. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Excuse me, Judge.
Mr. Bowditch, thank you for coming in and getting this case resolved. Any luck on Alaham?
No, I texted him and I left a message. I'm gonna try again and I'll have the guys reach
No.
out.
It's okay, Mr. Greco. I think that we next have Frost never came back. 220731 OM. I made a note in the file that the complainant had been present, that the defendant had appeared but had some connection issues. So we will adjourn the arraignment pretrial to that. Marianne, is there still space on that December 15th date?
Yes, at 8:50.
At 8:50, and if there are technical issues, again, we'll address them at that time. And then we had we had a couple of 9 o'clock cases. 22 RP 04382 A and B. These are City of Romulus versus Ricky Eubanks. They were scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9 a.m. It's now 9:42 a.m. By the court's clock, defendant having failed to appear, matters will be set for show cause. Now, Mr. Greco, the next thing I have is not until 10:20. So if you want to go do your other things,
Okay.
I'll see you back at 9:20.
Yeah, and
Sorry,
I'm pretty
10:20.
sure Ms. Perez is going to be a quick plea because we've already spoke previously.
Okay,
All right.
thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Mm-mm. No, what's up? Good to see you. Mr. Greco, I wasn't trying to get your attention. You're fine.
Good morning, Ms. Perez.
Good morning.
Mr. Greco?
Yes.
Hey, hi, do you need to speak with her or are we ready to go?
No, she has an attorney, Genevieve Taylor.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be, and as soon as Ms. Taylor checks in, I believe we're gonna be putting a plea on the record.
All right, thanks. Mr. Mott, are you here for Ms. Perez? Mr. Mott? Sir, can you hear me? Dave, can you hear me? Okay,
I can hear you. John, can you hear us?
I'll send him a chat.
Yeah. He might be here on my Al Layham here, 10:30. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be right back, Mary.
Okay. Can you hear us now? Mr. Mott?
John?
I'm having trouble
Uh,
with
Okay,
sound.
we can hear you.
You say something? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes.
I can't hear you. Let me try something. I apologize.
Can you hear us yet, John? What about now, John? Can you hear me now? Are you turning up the volume? Hey, Mary, I'm just going to step away for 1 second while we're sorting this out.
Okay, thanks.
Try logging in one more time.
Can you hear us?
What about now, John? Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear us?
I can. Thank you. Finally, I apologize for the delay.
It's all right, John. John, what are you here on?
I have Ms. Perez, who's present with us.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I wanted to let the court know that she's in the process of finalizing her interview for sobriety court.
So are we not ready to put the deal on the record today or no?
Not today. If we could adjourn it one more time, I would greatly appreciate it. So she's working with Miss Rapp. I'm not sure. She was supposed to get a call from her last night. I'm not sure if that happened. Did that happen, Miss Perez?
No, I was waiting for her call. She hasn't called yet.
I talked with Miss Rapp yesterday. She sent an email to our office saying that she would be calling Miss Perez to set up an interview time. And that should have happened yesterday, last night, possibly. And then I talked to her again and asked her to forward the same email to the court so that the court was aware of what was going on.
Okay. So Mary Ann, we have a potential resolution, but I guess we're just waiting for Ms. Perez to be interviewed and evaluated for sobriety court.
Okay, does the adjourn date of 12/15 work, or do you need to go further?
I would like to say that it would work, but then again, I'm not sure what the availability of Miss Rapp is for her interview.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that's done.
Okay, how about if we keep it on track for 12/15, and if something happens, then we can deal with it then. Is that good?
Perfect. I appreciate that so much.
Shannon's usually pretty good. So I'll let the judge know you guys are ready to, I'm sure she wants to put this on the record, so I'll let her know you ready. It's gonna be at 9:50.
9:50 a.m.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Can you still see me, Dave?
Yes.
I'm not frozen or anything?
No, you're frozen.
Okay, I'm gonna, my computer's acting up. I'm gonna try to restart one more time.
Well, why don't you just sit tight? If the judge is coming right on, we could just do it.
Okay, that's fine, as long as you can hear me.
This is 2206620D. This is City of Romulus versus Perez. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, David Greco here on behalf of the city of Romulus.
Good morning, Your Honor. John Mott, PA 1990 on behalf of Ms. Perez. I apologize if my computer appears frozen.
Don't apologize. As long as I can hear you, I'm good, Mr. Mount. Ms. Perez, would you unmute yourself and state your name for the record, please?
Marcella Perez.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial. Mr. Mott, my secretary has advised that you are, or that the parties are requesting another adjournment in this matter.
That's correct, Your Honor. I spoke with Ms. Rapp in the probation department, and she is currently working with Ms. Perez to set up an interview time for sobriety court. And I want to make sure that that gets finalized before we enter any plea.
Ms. Rapp advised the court of that as well yesterday. So we will adjourn this case to December the 15th at 9:50 a.m. back on Zoom, back with me in number 1. If I hear anything else from Ms. Rapp in the interim, I'll make a note in the file. Anything else, Mr. Greco?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Mott?
No, Your Honor, and I'll be sure to have my technical problems fixed by the 15th.
Thank you. Ms. Perez, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a good afternoon, ma'am.
Thank you, you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I've tried to reach out to the defendant, Al Laham, on several occasions this morning, Your Honor. I haven't reached him yet. So, but like I said, I think we're going to be looking to adjourn it because not only did he meet with the city last night, but there is another meeting at the site on December 8th. So hopefully we could resolve it.
Okay.
But
I was just bringing you back to say we're all done, I believe, unless you just want to hang out for, I don't know why you would.
No, I'm good.
Good to see you, Mr. Batar. Mr. Jadala, have a good afternoon.
Good to see you, everyone. Take care.
take care,
Have a
guys.
good day, Dave.
Take care.
Guys.
You too, Danny.
So, Mr. Greco, what I was inclined to do in 22R00767, I'm sorry, 7966 A, B, and C was based on your indications to the court that the city building department is continuing to work with the defendant. Just go ahead and enter an adjournment of this matter to December the 15th at noon. Is it noon, Mary Ann, for Alaham?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And if they log on, we'll advise them of that unless you just want to, they're due in a couple of minutes anyway, but if you've already tried to relay that information, there's no point in hanging on.
Okay, very good.
I will see you in 2 weeks, sir.
Very good, Judge. Thank you. Take care, Mary Ann.
See you, Dave. You too.
Mary Ann, I will take down the courtroom, but if you would leave your Zoom up just for a little bit, and if Alaham logs on between now and maybe 10:45, just give them the adjourn date and time, and then after that, just take it down, please.
You bet.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.